What's up, guys? We're back. Excited for our second video. Number dos. We're going to be talking today about Facebook marketing, and Spencer here is our expert. But before we start, we actually just found our domain name, and we are called
the Wasatch Guys. So we're still figuring out if it's going to be the wasatchguys.com or wasatchguys.com. So stay tuned. Make sure to follow us on our YouTube channel again so that you know what the name's going to end up being, and so you can find more of our content we'll be producing every single week. We'll try to get it to you, get these videos out like every, at least 2 or 3 per week. Just Facebook marketing tips to drive more traffic to your Amazon FBA listings. But most importantly, how to start Amazon FBA profitably, what we've learned between all the thousands of dollars of mistakes that we've had to pay for. Just doing things the wrong way, and just bringing these insights and knowledge and the knowledge that we've gained to you guys. So make sure to like and subscribe to these videos. It just means that this content is valuable. It means that we're that you guys are enjoying this stuff, and it just tells us that we should make more to help contribute to you guys that are serious about taking action. So. Check out Wasatch Guys on Instagram at Wasatch, so that's WASATCH, Guys, G-U-Y-S, and that's where you can find us.
And message us if you need help with product research, right? That's your first step. We actually just got our first, I think we've got a few subscribers now, but our first subscriber, we just told them to reach out to us on Instagram, and we are going to help them find their first $10,000 or more a month product on Amazon. So follow us on YouTube and Instagram if you want a chance to have us find you your next product and teach you the best ways possible. But without further ado, like I said earlier, Spencer is the Facebook marketing guru, or the expert, and I am not that at all.
Amazon FBA.
I do Amazon.
We both have our own spheres that we live in.
And so today, none of this is scripted whatsoever. This is our first take, and I'm actually just going to turn most of the time over to Spencer. And because I'm not as familiar, I'm kind of like perhaps you that are watching this right now, I am not a pro with Facebook marketing. I'm actually going to stop Spencer here and there if I have questions. And ask him, because what I may be thinking may be the same thing you're thinking. And if you guys have questions afterwards, hit us up on the comments, Instagram, whatever it is, because we want to help you, right? That's why we're doing this, to help you guys make money, become financially stable, and to find a new income. And so, Spencer, take it away. How'd you get into this thing anyways?
All right, just probably like most people online or that are out there, I simply just started doing Google searches, went to Google and typed up how to make money online, right? Isn't that kind of how we all started?
Amen.
So I did that, and from there, we're just so sick and tired of my lawn care business that I had through high school, a little bit of college, that I talked about in my last video, that I then sold to help pay for some of these physical product brands that I've started.
Right.
And it really wasn't until last year, so it was like July of 2018 that I started to do Facebook ads. Oh, our videos going dark here. We're going to click this.
This is literally, we have a table and then a chair and then our laptop stacked on top of it.
Totally scrappy, so.
We're doing this from the ground bottom, but we don't care. We're just here to deliver the info to you guys. 100%. So if we have to get up and move it, just bear with us.
100%. So yeah, I started last year. I launched a physical products brand in the spring and wanted to start driving more traffic. I wanted to see more sales.
And this is to Amazon? Or is it to your own personal?
This was to my own website.
Okay, gotcha.
The nature of my product, so I started out on Amazon FBA. Well, originally my first physical products brand was on Amazon. It was a total dud product, completely did my product research wrong. It was super heavy, it was super expensive.
Right.
Many times they were okay, and we'll talk more about this stuff. So I failed with that one, started my next product, and again, I thought we were going to be Dollar Shave Club, so I was like, let's go spend a bunch of money on a website, and that totally failed. we went to Amazon, and within, it was like 30 days, 30-ish, 40 days, we were on pace doing over $10,000 a month. So it was over $300 a day in sales. And I was like, this is insane.
Love
like,
that.
I had no idea that Amazon had that potential. This was in 2017, so like...
Oh, that's a good amount of time ago.
Yeah, so this was in, let's see, it was like the spring,
Okay.
May, June is when we first got on Amazon.
Right.
And it blew my mind. So from there, I was like, there's something about this. So
Right.
I, just started getting more heavily into e-commerce. Started watching more YouTube videos, which again, there's a bunch of good content out there. But just clearly, from the mistakes we made,
right.
like it's not the full.
Obviously, you don't have enough
piece to the puzzle.
Right.
All the pieces to do the right thing and to be able to properly execute on building a business that has the potential to be highly profitable and scalable, and that has the longevity that a lot of these businesses and a lot of these people that they teach online, like they aren't. They're showing people how to make a quick buck, which I'm not about. Like, nobody wants that because it's fly by night and then it dies and it crashes. So
you want something sustainable.
Sustainable, yeah. Right. So, I stayed at it, and I eventually, had issues with the product that was doing $10,000 a month. So lead times were like, 3 to 4 months. So I messed up on that one.
Holy cow, yeah, for sure.
Like, and again, with a bunch more money, I totally could have, probably scaled faster in the beginning, but I didn't have the capital. I didn't have money to buy, enough product for 6 months. Right. Which a lot of people, that are listening.
Right. I was gonna say, like a lot of these people that are listening right now, like you're not gonna have that much money. Like a normal human being,
$10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to start this. Like, I mean, it helps, but like you don't need that much to get started. Right. For sure. Right. Like,
oh, amen. Yeah. I think, like I said last video, I think it was like I had $5,000, and like that was a ton of money. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And like that's a ton of money to you guys or whoever's watching this. And so like that's why we're doing this, because some people, they'll tell you need a ton of money to get something started,
or you need like $1,000 or $500, like,
which is also not true.
That's not true. Like, I mean, you could do it, but you're gonna do it wrong, and you probably are 99% likely to fail because you don't have all the systems. Right. Tap this again. All the systems intact. So to set yourself up for the most amount of success. Again, nothing's guaranteed. We want to tell you guys this and like preach this because a lot of people will not. They won't tell you that. Yeah, they won't tell you everything because they want to make more money, and it's just sad. So we've both seen so many people take courses, learn strategies, and they've blown thousands of dollars. Maybe several $100 and then turn into $1,000 and $2,000. It's like if they would have just been smart in the first place and done it the right way, they could have avoided all of that. I could have saved tens of thousands of dollars. That I've worked for, blown.
Yeah, I want to tell you, like, I talked to this lady today, and she's purchased 4 different Amazon FBA courses. Dude, 4. And that's, let me guys tell you, that's thousands of dollars, right? And so she reached out to me for help, and so I've been helping her. And, like, this is what we're trying to tell you is, like, she spent all of this money on these courses, but she still is having trouble. And so here we are, I'm like, dude, I feel bad for this person. And so, like, I'm just trying to help. And so I think that's where we're coming from. So many of these courses are not giving you everything you need. And so that's why we want to deliver that to you. And so it sounds like, you had your own product on Amazon. It didn't really go around the best the first time around. And then you started a new one, and it did pretty well. And then you wanted to get into Facebook marketing?
Yeah, so with this product, and it's still going, like, full transparency, I'm out of stock right now. Like, I'm waiting on this product to get back into stock. Right. But in the meantime, this other product that I started with a partner, we were going to go on Amazon, but we had more capital to start this business with. So I'm like, let's just try bringing the product on our own website. Okay. Just because I had experience in Amazon, and I mean, what we're doing now is it's over $100,000 per month.
$100,000 a month?
Yeah, 100%.
That's amazing.
So
That's amazing.
But it's taken several months of me learning Facebook ads to be able to drive this kind of success. And a lot of people might think, well, why don't you just keep it on Amazon, or why don't you keep it on just your website, or do both? And honestly, the answer is we wanted to keep it exclusive for this kind of product, and we just intuitively, the nature of the product, we thought it would do better, honestly, on our own website.
Okay.
But the biggest reason is Facebook gives us data, and we'll talk about why you should set up a website in conjunction with your Amazon FBA listing, which a lot of people don't know this.
Yeah.
But you can drive traffic to your Facebook page. They can or to your Shopify page. They can check out, and the Shopify page will signal a message to your Amazon listing as if someone purchased the product on Amazon. So,
that's cool.
But the nice thing is that you're able to get data from your customers so that you can send more targeted messages to those customers.
Right.
Amazon doesn't give you that, but it's one of the number one best vehicles to launch a business. Which is why, if you're starting out, I would highly recommend starting on Amazon.
Right.
And then once you're doing over $100,000 in sales per month, or some people, that might be within 6 months, some people it might be 2 years.
Right.
It really just depends on how fast you can scale it.
Right.
And how much money you're willing to invest. And that's really what it comes down to.
Right.
So, because we were doing so much in revenue, and I knew we would do a ton of revenue, I wanted to pull it off because we have more data, we have more control of this certain product. But we're launching other products that we're currently working on right now. The manufacturing will be specifically on Amazon.
Right.
And eventually building out our own websites, because that's where you build a legitimate business.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Having on Amazon an established brand, and then using that as a slingshot. A slingshot to then propel you into building a brand that's scalable to 7 million, 15 million, 20 million. I haven't gotten there personally.
Right.
But hopefully we're on track to keep up this run rate of scaling. And so got to the point where we're doing over $100,000 in sales every single month.
I love it.
We didn't hit that until actually just this month.
Right.
We started last month. The month before that was like 86,000. The month before that was like 30,000. So, and we'll show you guys kind of the growth rate, the growth chart. I'll try to put it somewhere in this video. But it was literally just the Facebook ads. It was literally just driving the traffic.
So, give us a really brief overview of what Facebook ads is all about, kind of how it works, and then maybe after kind of a step-by-step, just brief intro, because I'm sure many of us, even myself, I'm what is Facebook advertising? What is that in a nutshell, and how does it lay out? How do you even create something? How do you even target someone? What is this all about?
Totally. 100% valid question. Basically, in a nutshell, it's, on Facebook you create a post, or Instagram you create a post, and you're showing that post to more people. That's simply what it is, to more people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nitty gritty and hundreds of hours of, maybe not hundreds, but a lot of time put in to really know what you're doing.
Right.
And we'll be talking more, the how-tos will show you, actually me going into a campaign, showing you what I look for, how I personally set them up,
right.
To help you guys with your physical products, to drive that traffic from Facebook and Instagram to your Amazon listing.
Right.
Because with Facebook ads, you're literally, you can dominate any position on Amazon, because you're taking outside traffic, driving that to your listing.
Right.
Not only are you getting more people to your listing, but Amazon sees that external traffic and they reward you because you're driving business to them as well.
Right.
So it's a win-win.
Right.
A lot of people aren't doing this, so I really think
it's kind of like a hidden gem almost.
Totally. And there are a lot of people. There are people that are doing Facebook ads,
right,
but they don't know how to set them up. When I first got started last year, end of June, early July 2018, we spent, it was $4,000 within a couple weeks.
Holy crap.
And I think it was right around break even. I think we did lose money. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing.
Right. You had to learn. There's a learning curve to everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not overnight, in 10 days you're going to, and maybe, I mean, if you put in, it really is just time.
Yeah.
If you put in 12 hours a day for 10 days, you'll probably be
same thing with FBA.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, within 30 days, you could be pretty successful, but you're going to have to be working relentlessly. A lot of people have jobs. They're busy with kids or family, whatever it is. So it's really just the amount of upfront time you want to put in initially. So,
hey, can I make a quick comment?
Yeah.
So Spencer said something cool. He said that Facebook marketing was essentially like you get more people to see your post, right?
Yep.
And I think this reminds me of something about FBA, and I know that this is like an intro to Facebook marketing, but something about Amazon. I've worked with a lot of people that are extremely excited that their ACOS is like 15 or 20.
What's ACOS?
Oh yeah, my bad. So ACOS, that's so on Amazon's PPC advertising, you can essentially, you spend money for people to see your ads. And whenever somebody clicks it, your cost goes up. And so it's that ratio of spend vs cost. And so if you're under like 20%, you're doing great. That's a pretty good...
So it's like a $20 product, you're spending $4 to get that, what was it, 10%? Yeah, like...
Yeah, $4 is 20%.
$4, yeah. $4 per sale.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And so a lot of these people will kind of be like, Parker, like, I've got this low ACOS, but then I look at their campaigns, I look at their advertising, and they have no impressions. And an impression is a view. So it's not necessarily somebody clicked on your page, but it's someone's eyes saw your listing on Amazon, and their impressions are so low. And so what I tell them is, it's all about people seeing your listing. Because if you don't have a lot of people seeing your listing, how are you going to sell? And so I think from what I'm gathering already, something cool about Facebook marketing is you make so many more people see your listing, which in turn gives you an opportunity to sell drastic more amount of units, right?
100%.
Okay.
And the really cool thing is I geek out about this stuff.
Geek out. These people need geek out. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's changed my life being able to understand and to successfully run Facebook ads because it's exploded my business.
Right.
And I literally thought that we were spending. We spent about $4,000 shuttle campaigns down because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Blew that money, and then kind of went out again and had some like $50 a campaigns going, and we maybe make a little bit of profit, like like $90 a day in sales, 140 some days, maybe hit like 200 one day, and this is would just trickle in, on average like a couple grand a month, until I really got serious about the ads. I'm like, I literally like have to make this work. I don't want to have to go get a job.
And that's the kind of hustle and drive you need. Like, this has to work. Like, you can't be lukewarm or else it won't work. You have to have that mentality.
Like you have to be relentless.
Right.
And just with anything in life, like if you don't have the dogged determination that it's going to succeed, is cliche.
Right.
And it is, for whatever it sounds, it's 100% necessary, and it's the answer. It really is. Right. Coupled with the right strategies, the right execution, and just the right knowledge and the know-how to put it all together. Because it's multifaceted. It's a big process that can be learned fairly quickly. Yeah. And once you learn that, the learning curve is, it takes some time, but then you skyrocket. So back to the ads. Basically, the thing that really changed for me was it was a number of things. It was split testing different ads. It was running the same ad in different countries. Yeah. Countries where you can get cheaper impressions, like Parker talked about, where we would get more likes on a post, we would get more comments, and so when other people saw it in the U.S.
Social proof.
100%.
It's all about social proof and impressions now.
Right. You
guys are learning.
You hear about a party, and you show up at this party that's in the block, in the corner, and there's nobody there, of course no one's going to stop
You're
by.
gonna leave.
Like, once you have those people there,
Right.
I mean, it just exponentially builds. So that's what
Right.
we've seen with these ads. I'm running like 20 to 30 different ads right now.
That's amazing.
Before it was, like one to three.
Right.
Because I was so scared to lose money because I was.
Right.
I had no idea what I was doing, but I have been able to get to this point now where just the social proof has just
Exploded.
snowballed.
Yeah.
It completely skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And it kind of goes viral. I mean, it
Yeah.
gets cheaper to get more impressions.
Right.
And that's what it's all about. It's about eyeballs. It's about people seeing what you have to offer.
Yeah.
If you have a good brand that you believe in,
Yep.
something that that maybe the market's already proven, that you do a little tweak on, whatever it is, something that's quality, you drive the right eyeballs, because we were driving eyeballs to our listings,
Right.
to our ads.
But if they're the wrong ones, you're going to waste money.
Totally, and it's crazy. And the
Yeah.
cool thing is that Facebook has over 50,000 data points
Right.
on every single user.
That's insane.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
literally
That's
scary.
crazy.
And so with those data points, and we'll talk more about this, there's this thing called the pixel. It's just a little piece of code. It's super simple, super easy. You put it on your website or your landing page when you're driving traffic from Facebook to the land. So Facebook, and then landing page, and then from here they go to your Amazon listing.
Okay,
so
cool.
they kind of go through like a screen door
Yeah.
where you're collecting all their information.
All their data.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can retarget them and scale the heck out of these campaigns.
Right.
While all these other products on there, all these other brands are just utilizing Amazon traffic, which
Yeah.
Parker's proven this, you've proven this.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You can do
Totally.
$24,000.
Yeah, it works.
Within your first
It works.
60, 50 days.
Yeah, even less than that, to be honest.
And I was just doing pay-per-click advertising,
Yeah.
PPC. And so the cool thing is with Facebook is that there's so much more potential. There's
Right.
even more potential that Amazon alone has to offer, which is just blows my mind.
Right.
That like there's so many opportunities right now
Okay.
if you have a physical product. And so again, it's taking the right approach. And back to what kind of shifted for me was when I understood the data, when I understood the types of people
Yeah.
that were looking at my ads,
Right.
the demographics, the age range, if they were male or female or other, whoever, whatever gender they were,
Right.
being able to understand that, being able to understand, the times of days where, when they buy,
Right.
all these different key metrics that I had no clue, and it sounds kind of overwhelming. It's not. It is literally the
Right.
easiest thing. Once you go and once we familiarize, you guys with this, and we will in the next upcoming videos. I'll go into my campaign, show you guys how to set them up, and just go really take a deep dive.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until then, when I was understanding the data, looking at these certain reports that I was pulling.
Yeah.
And then, for any of you guys that are seeing this video that are currently running ads, the biggest thing was on each ad set. So again, kind of getting technical here, but
Right. And we'll go over this in just a second.
There's the campaign up top.
Right.
Then there's the ad sets, and you can have like one ad set, or you can have 20.
Okay.
So that's basically like who you want to target. So there's, let's
Gotcha.
say, the campaign objective. Again, we'll talk more about this, but the objective is I want conversions. I want people to make a purchase on my site.
Right.
So you set that up, and then you have the ad set level.
Okay.
And from there, you choose, okay, I want to target, people in the Western United States that are 21 to 35 years old, and they make an income of over $75,000 a year, and they're interested in cycling and boating.
Okay.
Is my interest, and they're heavy credit card spenders. They're not heavy. It's engaged shoppers.
Right.
Like Facebook gives you all
Facebook
that.
knows that?
They know all that.
Amazing.
Kind of crazy. It's nice for advertising.
Gotcha.
For marketing.
So in a way, Amazon, you really can't target as well as you can on Facebook, is what it's at. Because you just said that you can choose set people that are making $75,000 or more a month, or excuse me, a year, and doing all these different types of things. So in my opinion, honestly, already, like, Facebook advertising already sounds better than Amazon advertising, because you can target those people that you want to specifically show your ads to. So I think that's super cool. You know, like, that's way better already.
Totally. It's it's a game changer. And not to say that you shouldn't use, PPN.
Right, run both simultaneously.
It's because the nice thing about PPC is that you're targeting people that are specifically looking for a stainless steel garlic press, or a blue camping hammock.
Right.
So you have a good enough listing, you have good enough text, you have a good enough pictures.
It'll bring them right to you.
That's going to sell.
Yeah.
And so that's just what we see with Amazon.
Yeah.
So having that in conjunction with Facebook ads, you're setting yourself up for so much more.
There's no way to fail.
Unless you really screw it up.
Unless you really do, yeah.
It's hard to fail. Again, doing the right. Implementing the right methods with all this, because again, you can do all this, and if you don't know all the ins and outs, you can miss 2 steps that'll screw up the entire system, and you'll probably lose all your money. So
let me ask you this, Spencer. So I have multiple products right now on Amazon. I've never touched Facebook marketing with any of my products. I've only used Amazon advertising platform. So after this video, can we go ahead and set up a campaign or an advertisement for 1 or 2 of my products, and then next week show everyone kind of what it's done?
100%.
Is that enough time? Is 1 or 2 weeks enough time to show everyone how it can work?
It's literally, it's faster than that. We're busy, but we'll get it done.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So mark our words. I will take a screenshot of my sales tonight, before I go to bed, and then we are going to set up a Facebook. What do you call it?
Facebook ad.
Facebook ad for my product, and then next week in one of our videos, we're going to show you how it did. Right?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm in.
Cool.
It's again, it's simple. You have to understand the full picture, the full spectrum, and understand the risks. There are risks involved, but there's so many ways to mitigate them. And to almost, I don't like saying the word guaranteeing, but to yourself to the closest point of guaranteeing that it will work. And there's so many things I'll kind of go, a little in depth and advanced here, but duplicating ad sets with, the same ad set that you were previously running that was more broad, but you're now using that data from that first ad set
and making
to then copy and paste. It's more, now you're narrowing the people you're targeting, and because you made a new ad set, Facebook rewards and Facebook kind of supercharges the newer ad sets, and from what I've seen, it's typically cheaper when you're launching new ad sets. And so, you understand your audience, you understand how to go broad first. A lot of people, they go way too narrow first. They think, my customer, they're, for sure, they're a mom, is probably 28 to 39 years old. They have 3 kids. They drive a wreck. It's no.
But that's not it at all.
You think intuitively, it's no, we're going to target people, but you'll be surprised at who will actually buy your product. And so what I always encourage, and what probably anyone will tell you, is go wide. Go wide first, cast the net wide. Because Facebook has so much data, they can do that effectively. On your own, you can't. They have their computers and algorithms are so smart that they can do that. So
amazing.
Utilize this stuff, guys.
No, for sure. And
use the stuff that we're talking about. And again, we're going to go into a lot more detail. This is just kind of like breaking the ice, getting people a little familiar with what we're talking about, and then we go super how to in the upcoming videos. So
just to kind of wrap up, from an outsider perspective who doesn't know as much as you, from what I understand so far is you obviously have to create, it's all about creating ads, and the way to do that is, you go campaign, which is right here, and then you have ad groups, or the ad sets.
Ad sets is what we call it.
Okay, so then you have ad sets, and then after you have ad sets, you get to choose what type of media or what's after that?
So after that is just the ad itself. So,
Okay, so then you just get to post the ad itself.
Yeah, first level campaign, you got your ad sets, and then you got your ads.
Okay.
So you can choose, 5 different ads. So that's like, a picture. If you're selling a hammock, it's a picture of 2 people in a hammock.
Gotcha.
Maybe a picture of just a hammock by itself.
Right.
A picture of a hammock in the mountains with a dog in it.
Right.
You have those 3 different ads with your sales copy. And what I recommend, typically, and what people, what I've learned is use the same creative, so the same picture, but use 3 different variations, or 4 or 5.
Gotcha.
3 to 5 different variations of text, of sales copy.
Right.
Because it's the copy that's ultimately going to sell
Gotcha.
the individual on your product or service, whatever you're selling.
Right.
In our case, what we're talking about is physical products. So set that up where you have multiple ads. You can A/B split test with that ad set. So it kind of goes down and branches out to these different ads here.
Yeah,
and
it's like a tree almost.
Exactly. And another, it's like you got the campaign and you got your ad sets here.
Some branches.
Each ad set you've got the ads. Each ad set you got the ads.
Right.
And so
like you've got like the tree is your campaign, and then your branches are like your ad sets, and then like the leaves.
I love that.
Are your ads.
Or the cherries.
Or the cherries, right?
Whatever you're into.
Cool. Well, that's a really good, like, general, like a good gist of what Facebook marketing is all about. And Spencer here in later videos, very soon to come, is going to get super in depth on how to do each level, the campaign, the ad sets, and the ad within itself, to figure out how much to know in terms of budgets, split testing. There's all these different things, and Spencer's going to get deep into that soon, this week, maybe next week. We'll let you know. Anything else you want to add in conclusion, Spencer?
I think that's it. We're grateful if anyone's still watching.
Right.
For the content that we're producing, curating, and again, it's video number 2. It's scrappy. We apologize, but we're.
And this was first take.
First take.
Our camera did not die halfway through this.
Like the other one. So we're working on our video skills. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Of course, it helps us see that there is value being displayed, and that it's something that you guys are interested in and might want to learn more from. Make sure that you're commenting, because we'll answer every single comment.
Yep.
Every single comment, and we truly want to help the people that are serious about making, starting a online physical products brand with Amazon FBA, and really scaling this as much as you can with the tools that we utilize, with Facebook ads, with Amazon PPC, with all the strategies that we've jointly learned over the years, and that we put into play ourselves, and that we've essentially proven for ourselves that work. So make sure to follow along for our next videos we'll be putting out in the next couple of days. And I think that's it.
Okay, seriously guys, if you're serious and need help finding a product, go to our Instagram, Wasatch Guys. Type us in, send us a personal message. We will get back to you in less than 24 hours. We'll set up a time and we will help you. Other than that, thank you for tuning in. And like Spencer said, we'll see you in a bit.
Thank you guys.
Later.